Hello everyone, this is Sweetly and welcome to my Robin Early Access video. I wanted to share my initial thoughts after playing Robin in the Creator Experience server. Full disclosure, this content is not fully indicative of the final product. There may or may not be changes in the version update, but if anything changes, I'll let everyone know in the comments. First, let us see how cute and pretty Robin is. I really like her design. Robin is so cute. First, a quick overview of Robin's kit. Robin is a 5-star harmony support that buffs the entire team with attack, bonus damage, and a little bit of crit damage. Her basic attack just deals physical damage. Her skill gives 50% bonus damage to all allies and lasts for 3 of her turns, similar to Ruan Mei's skill. Her talent increases all allies' crit damage by 20% and regenerates energy for Robin after any ally attack. Robin's ultimate places her into a special state and makes all other allies immediately take action. During this state, she increases everyone's attack by a percentage of her own attack plus 200. You can generally reach around 4,000 attack on Robin even with an ERR rope, so her ultimate attack bonus comes out to be around 1,000 attack for all allies. While in this special state, Robin also deals additional damage after each ally attack. You can think of this additional attack as similar to Qingming's benediction, except this attack scales on Robin's own attack and has a fixed crit rate and crit damage. During testing, I found that each instance of her additional damage deals anywhere from 5,000 to 20,000, depending on which lightcone you're using on her and the team buffs. Robin's technique creates a dimension that charms enemies and regenerates 5 energy for Robin at the start of each wave. Her 3 big traces are pretty straightforward: 25% action forward for her at the beginning of battle, an additional 5 energy when using her skill, and 25% crit damage for ally follow-up attacks during Robin's ultimate. Robin's signature lightcone, which looks absolutely beautiful, has increased energy regen along with a 24% bonus damage for all allies and a 48% attack buff for herself during her ultimate state. I think Robin's best alternatives for the lightcone are Bronya's signature, the Battle Pass lightcone, and the new event lightcone. Onto her eidolons. Robin's E1 increases all allies all-type res pen by 24% while in her ultimate state. I think this is really strong. Robin's E2 increases all ally speed during her ultimate state, as well as her talent's energy regen. Robin's E4 turns her into a mini abundance preservation character during her ultimate state, and Robin's E6 greatly increases her own damage during her ultimate state. If you noticed, everything revolves around her ultimate state, but her ultimate costs 160 energy. Value-wise, I recommend pulling for Robin's E1 over her signature and then her E2. Almost all of Robin's buffs applies to all allies, so similar to Ruan Mei, she also shines the most in multi-DPS comps. And I know the question a lot of people have is, how does she compare to Ruan Mei? Personally, I found that Robin only really shines in these situations. If you want to play follow-up teams, if you're interested in 0 cycle clears, if you want another dual DPS support for pure fiction, and of course, if you just really like her character or her singing. Compared to Ruan Mei, while Robin does bring more overall damage to the team, she loses out on quite a bit of utility. Due to her ultimate costing 160 energy, you really want to play her on a team with lots of instances of attacks, since it will trigger more instances of both her own additional damage during her ultimate state, and also help her regenerate more energy so she can ultimate faster. Robin is unfortunately also skill point negative, since she is often in her ultimate state and unable to attack. Even when she is attacking, most of the time you're incentivized to keep using her skill to generate more energy so she can ultimate quicker. This makes her not as comfortable to play on the Kafka Black Swan teams. Playstyle-wise, I feel like Robin is a bit more difficult to play in the sense that there are more things you need to consider during combat. With Ruan Mei as an example, her rotation is usually just skill basic with some slight optimizations around her ultimate timing to get the most uptime. With Robin, it's a bit more stressful and uncertain because her ultimate lets all other allies immediately take action. So ideally, you want to use this after most of your characters have just finished taking their turns, and not right before they're about to take their turns. So this means you have to pay attention to everyone's action value on the left, since the timing for her ultimate can make a pretty big difference. Also, Robin doesn't just gain energy during her turns, she gains energy after any ally attack. So her ultimate can unexpectedly come up, and because you can't cancel ultimates in Star Rail, I've had a lot of situations where her ultimate comes up and I reflexively press it, only to realize my DPS was just about to take her turn. So you kind of have to make quick decisions during combat on whether you want to wait to use her ultimate or if you want to press it right away. With that said, I would say that Robin brings more damage versus Ruan Mei, especially for the follow-up teams, and a potentially higher ceiling as well as an easier time if you're targeting 0 cycle clears. Also, I personally love her singing, and hearing the music during combat is a very nice touch for me. Though I haven't found any toggles to turn off the music, so if you don't want to hear her song all the time, that could be something to consider. To summarize, I think if you don't have Ruan Mei and you're not maining your follow-up teams, I recommend saving for her rerun and picking her up first. Because I feel like Star Rail has been moving more and more towards the break meta, both with introducing characters that scale with break, as well as enemies that are really difficult to handle unless their weakness broken. Ruan Mei's extra weakness break efficiency, along with all her other synergies, are just really nice to have. If you do have Ruan Mei, I think you can decide whether to pick up Robin based on how many Stella Jades you have. If you have enough to guarantee your favorite Firefly, for instance, or Jade in 2.3, or if you're looking for a support to invest more into your follow-up teams, or if you want another dual DPS support for Pure Fiction. I found that Robin is pretty strong in Pure Fiction. For instance, I've been preferring Robin over Ruan Mei. Thank you for watching. This was a bit more of a casual discussion video. Let me know what you think. I mostly wanted to go over my initial thoughts after playing Robin in the creator server. In the next video, I will probably go more into depth on tips on how to play Robin and go more into details on some of her actual teams. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See you next time.